So I agree with you about it's so weird that he's not the champ. I need to look it up. When was the last time we had that?
I mean, it had to have been heading into the pandemic mania in 2020 because he came back later in
Right.
2020 and then won the championship. And well, we've until last year's mania.
Yeah, 38. He
So,
every
so the
single
last
year.
time we went into a WrestleMania with no Roman Reigns as champ, Rob Gronkowski was potentially a WWE superstar. Like that's how long it's been.
That is insane. And then even looking through just the main event, Roman has been in the main event of every WrestleMania except two since the year 2015. The only ones he weren't, like you said, the pandemic one, and then the one with Becky and Charlotte and Ronda that got the main event. So that was 2019. That's a long time.
So I think the first question then, based off of that, because I thought the same thing about how many main events he's been in, some kind of felt unjustified, a little shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
Recently, obviously, I would say very much justified because the Bloodline's been the thing, not just in WWE, but professional wrestling. So I guess the first question we have to ask is he going to be in the main event this year?
I don't think so. And the reason I'm hesitant is because what we talked about the last few weeks is Dwayne involved? Because if it is Rock Roman, the only way that match can happen is in a main event spot.
Correct.
And
that's not starting off the show like they did on Monday.
That's not at 9:30 Eastern either in the middle of the show. Like that is ending it probably night two. So that's the big if right
you can
now.
remove probable. That is ending night two. Yeah. Rock Roman, like there's no doubt. Like leave no doubt.
And that's like part of me, like the Raw Netflix thing, and then he appears on NXT, like makes me side with you that we're not going to see him in the ring, which feels like a disappointment because he erased everything from last year. He was nice to Cody, and then he made a joke about it on NXT. But like, it seems like Final Boss heel Rock is not a thing anymore until he knows he can wrestle. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I did see one, and I can't remember who tweeted it, but I did see one theory out there that because Netflix was such a reintroduction of professional wrestling to a lot of people, and a lot of people want to cheer The Rock, right? A lot of people want to cheer The Rock, so they had him be babyface. But we'll get back to the Final Boss badass, heel that all of us professional wrestling fans love in appearances going forward. But I think that was also then, like you said, then when he appears, although he did drop a couple of F-bombs on CW. So even though, because he appeared on NXT on Tuesday and was basically doing the same thing, it makes me think that at least for now, this WrestleMania turn, that ain't happening. We're not
especially
seeing
because
boss.
Monday could have been that face promo that, hey, we know this guy, we want to cheer for him, without mentioning Cody. He could have done all that. He could have done all the ass kissing, could have done all the raise the eyebrow, play the hits, and we're going to cheer for him. But then you mention Cody, and then you're drinking with him backstage and doing all that stuff that you almost wipe out all of what we saw in 2024.
Yeah, the fact that happened on TV, I didn't like it, right? Like, look, it's professional wrestling. I know that some of the good guys and bad guys are probably buddy behind scenes, right? Like, yeah, that's going to happen. I understand that. But for it to have it happen on camera, that means it's now a part of the show.
Right.
So, and I know they tried to bury the hatchet a little bit on the the Raw after Mania last year. But even then, there was a little bit of tension because Rock allegedly gave back the Rolex watch that was made for everybody that was in night one of the main event at WrestleMania with that tag match. And there was still tension there, despite Rock almost kind of giving a blessing as he walked away last year around Mania. So that tension still existed, and now it doesn't. So again, that brings us to Rock gone, not a part of WrestleMania. So how do we move forward then with Roman?